G'day guys, Gun and Russ back once again. Well, today I wanted to give you guys a bit of an update of what I'm doing in my games room. Been quite busy today, and especially show you my new import games section that I'm currently putting together. Still a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of games in boxes that I need to pull out, but I just want to give you guys a bit of a look at what's happening there and just show you around the room and show you what my plans are over the next few weeks, and it's a lot of exciting things happening, and I hope you will enjoy. So with that being said, let's jump in and have a look. Alright, so over in this area here, which was for quite some time my sole area for PlayStation 3 games, I'm starting to change this into an import section of all things gaming. And over the top here, I've started putting a lot of my PS1 games. Now this is only a small fraction of what I have. There's still a lot of stuff in boxes. So behind these little Gachapon Gundam figures, I've got a Mobile Suit Gundam limited edition box up there. Up the top here, we've got this really cool Pingu, the attachments that go onto your controller, which is something I've shown in a previous episode, which is pretty cool. And then we have Water Summer. This is like a little collector's edition box there. I'll just move that out of the way so we can have a look at the games below. So I've got quite a few PS1 games in there. There's a lot of sort of variant games of like classic titles. So you got like Tomb Raider 3 in here. And we've also got Monster Seed. We've got a couple of Digimon titles in there. Big fan of Digimon. Got V Rally. I really like this sort of edition. You guys know, massively into car racing titles. And then got Rurouni Kenshin, which is basically one of my favourite animes. That's a really cool one there. And we've got another sort of variant copy of Japanese copy of Crash Bandicoot. Got Crash Team Racing. I really like this one. How within the spine here, you've got all this sort of different weapons that you can use within the game. I think that's really cool. Got a nice copy of Initial D. I love that anime. We've got a bass landing fishing game now. I know my friend MarktheMartian would love that one. Got a nice copy of Gran Turismo. Unfortunately, on the way to his house, it did get a bit of a crack there, but I will end up replacing that case. And then there's just a lot of Gundam games in here, guys. You know, being Gun and Russ Gaming, have to have all these Gundam games. So there's quite a few there as well. I'm pretty sure this one is Tales of Destiny. And then we have here a Hello Kitty Kid Station, which, if you guys remember watching that video where I had that big Kid Station controller, that was part of that as well. This was a recent one I picked up, Harvest Moon. And one of my only Saturn games I got here, which is another Gundam title. I used to have a lot of Saturn games, and then unfortunately I sold that collection off for a PlayStation Vita, which I kind of regret in a way. I love my Vita, but I do regret it. This one here, really cool. We've got Blue Dragon Plus, and then we've got a couple of Gundam titles. That's one on the DS, and we've got one here, the STG Generation games, which are basically strategy RPGs, which are really fun. I've also got a couple of 360 titles in here. I've only got really one original Game Boy import game, which is a Gundam title down here, which is a loose one. And then we've got this big PS2 limited box. This is just a random figure from Soul Calibur. And then we come down here, and again, there is a Harvest Moon title in here. This one here is just like a crazy sort of zombie ambulance sort of title. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I picked that up for cheap. And then we just go through, and there's a heap of Gundam titles here, but I'm going to be doing a separate video on that one there. And you've got the new Ratchet & Clank 4. And then we flow through, and there's a lot of import PS3 titles. One thing that I like to do, guys, is I like to keep them within their rating. I guess this is like a a mature rating for games. So I keep them in order of through alphabet, just so it looks neater, I think. So we've got A, B, C, and then got D there and Z. So yeah, some quite good titles in here. This one here, Extreme Stage Initial D, is quite a sought after one. We got WRC3. This one is just like a compilation of like lots of different things you could do with your PlayStation Eye. That's okay, I guess. we've got a little Ape Escape little game there. We've got Winning 11 2010. We've got a Mobile Suit Side Stories. This one here is like one of my favourite import games. This is The Last Guy. I have done a video on it years ago, but I do want to do an updated one. Really good. We've got lots of these are all the Dynasty Warrior Gundam games. I think I'm just missing one more out of that. Gundam Breaker, which is a great Gundam game. We've got the Africa one, which is quite sought after. Depending on which version you have, they're worth more than others, but that one's quite a nice one. And then we've got a couple of other, we've got Macross in there, another Gundam game as well. Continuing on, we've got, just see if there's anything that sort of like stands out. We've got Project Diva F in there, which is a fun rhythm game. Tokyo Jungle. Got Resistance Fall of Man. Disorder 6. This is a special demo disc now. I've got actually 2 copies of this. There's a red label one as well. That was given to me by a good friend of mine. And yeah, a really special one to have within the collection. Resistance 2. And then we go through, got some Galgun. I really like their alternative cover through the Japanese version. Uncharted. And then you got Black Ops 2, and then only sort of, I have got a lot more PSP import games as well, but at the moment that's the only one I can find while digging through. And then yeah, nothing really much has changed through here, guys. So a lot of these PS3 games are double stacked, as some of you guys might know, but I've got around about 800 PS3 titles, so a lot of them are in tubs at the moment. There has been quite a few changes within the Zelda collection, so that's still looking quite nice. I'm going to do a more in-depth video of that in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Not too much has happened above my desk at the moment. I have put a new mat down for my computer. We're very close to getting faster internet, guys, so we're back to being able to stream again at some stage soon, so it's about a month away, fingers crossed. And on the other side, guys, not a huge amount has changed, but in here I have tidied up the control area a little bit, and we come through, and then down here I've put a lot of my memory cards. I'm not quite sure whether this is the spot for them at the moment, so we'll still be thinking about that. And then down the bottom I've got a couple of N64 consoles. A lot of my Nintendo stuff is still packed away, so we'll get around to showing you that at some stage. The PS4 collection has expanded. It has got a lot bigger, and now it takes a lot of space up through here now. But I do have, as you can see, a lot of room in between here to add additional games later on down the track once I get my job back and I've got some extra funds to buy things. At the moment I don't think there'll be much expanding of games at all. Down here I've added a few more sort of Nintendo figures. I have got a few more Switch games to bring into here, but they're in a different room. And yeah, PS4 games have started to creep into here as well. And then going down, put all the sort of 3DS and DS games together. Really love that Kirby Collector's Edition there. And then down here we've got a few like PSP and Vita titles. And then down the bottom, just excuse the mess, guys, we've got some Xbox games down there. Now, over in this section here, this is something that will be getting changed. You might be able to see in the background there some PS1 titles, and then down here there's some PS1 titles as well. I have got a lot of PS1 titles to come out of storage, and I'm going to put all my PS1 titles in here. just so that way I'm not minimizing the amount of times I'm moving them, because with PS1 games, the more you move them, the more scratches you get on the cases, so I want to try and minimize that. So all these Gundam figures will be getting moved elsewhere, and then this will become the new PS1 section, and that will flow through down to here, which is yeah, just a big mess here at the moment. But yeah, as for changes in the room in the near future, I would love to be able to get this sort of wall painted up. I have spoken to Jess about her using her artistic flair and adding some sort of like gaming related characters on this wall, and I would have full trust in her doing a great job of that, so that might be something we might do soon down the track. Well, there we have it, guys, a look at the updates that are happening in the games room. I think these are going to be really exciting, especially the import section. I know you guys are big on seeing lots of things in regards to that. Once I get the PS1 area set up, we're going to be doing a full collection video on that. I know you guys will be super keen to see that. And in the coming week, for Keith, that is a big watcher of all my videos, I will be doing a PS2 collection video that will be dedicated to him, so stay tuned for that. Other news, guys, is that, as I said through the video, the faster internet is hopefully, fingers crossed, here next month, and we'll be able to go back to doing a little bit of streaming. When I do get back to streaming, it won't be as extreme as it was before. It won't be coming on every couple of days. It'll be probably maybe once, twice a week at the most, just to keep it fresh, because I really enjoy making these professional videos rather than doing streams. And don't get me wrong, I love being on streams and talking to you guys, but this is what I like to do. I love the fact I can sit down and do all the editing and that sort of thing. I really enjoy doing that. Also, guys, check out the new merchandise that's dropped. We've got the Don't Forget to Subscribe Fools merchandise, and really happy with how that's turned out. Jess did a great job with the artwork, and I think it looks super. So if you're wanting to help the channel out, please check out that merchandise, pick one up, and if anyone who becomes a member to the channel or is already a member, you'll get an extra 20% off. Just contact me and I'll let you know that code. Alright, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave me a big thumbs up, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, fools. See you later.